Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Tamil actor Vijaykanth, who was unwell for some time, died in a hospital in Chennai this morning. The cremation will take place in the city on Friday. The 71-year-old actor made a name for himself in the highly competitive film industry with a string of hits before he became a politician. Vijaykanth has acted in more than 154 films since his first movie in 1979. Fondly called Captain by his fans, he founded the DMDK party in the year 2005. In the polls in 2011, his party won 26 seats in Tamil Nadu's legislature and he was named the leader of the opposition. As his health deteriorated, Vijaykanth took a back seat and his wife Premmalatha succeeded him as leader of the party this month. Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has announced a state funeral for Vijaykanth. He visited the actor's home where his body was kept to pay his last respects. The Chief Minister praised him as an achiever and said his rise in the film world was the result of his hard work. He also expressed his condolences to the actor's wife and members of his family. In a message on social media, former Chief Minister Pazhanisami said he was deeply saddened by the demise of the actor, whom he described as his beloved brother. He also conveyed his condolences to his wife and family. Many of Tamil Nadu's politicians joined the long list of mourners who paid tributes to the actor. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised Vijaykanth as a person who was deeply involved in public service. In his post on social media, Modi said the actor has made a lasting impact on Tamil Nadu's political landscape. He also said his thoughts are with his family and fans and signed off with the words, Om Shanti. The Congress Party's Rahul Gandhi said on the X microblogging site that Vijaykanth won millions of hearts among the Tamil people and recalled his contribution to Tamil cinema and his role in politics. Gandhi also conveyed his condolences to the actor's family and friends. The lawmaker from the IJK, Dr. Pari, recalled his political association with actor Vijaykanth during the 2014 parliamentary elections and described him as a selfless campaigner for the welfare of mankind. Dr. Pari, who represents the Perambalur seat in Parliament, conveyed his condolences to the family of the actor. The president of the IJK party, Ravi Pachamuthu, said the actor's dedicated work helped him rise as leader of opposition in Tamil Nadu and described him as a good leader and that his death was a huge loss for the state.
2014 இந்திய ஜனநாயக கட்சியோடு தோழமை கொண்டு நாங்கள் அனைவரும் ஒரே அணியில் இருந்து தேர்தலை எதிர்கொண்டோம். அவர் எனக்காக பிரச்சாரம் செய்தது இன்றும் எனக்கு மனதில் ஓடுகிறது. எல்லோருக்கும் உதவுகின்ற குணம் கொண்டவர். அத்தகைய பெருமைக்குரிய ஒருவர் இன்று இன்னும் நம்மிடையே இல்லை என்பது மிகவும் கவலையாகவும் வருத்தமாகவும் இருக்கிறது.
Tamil Nadu's pollution control authorities have assured residents that a toxic gas leak in Chennai has been fully plugged. About 52 people are under observation after ammonia gas leaked from a plant owned by Coromandel Fertilizer in the north of the city. They were taken to hospital when they complained of shortness of breath and nausea. In a statement, authorities said specialists at the plant activated safety procedures and controlled the leak in about 20 minutes. Reports said the fertilizer plant will resume operations after ensuring the safety of its pipelines and clearance from the Directorate of Industrial Safety and Health. Fishermen noticed the leak around midnight on Tuesday when they heard unusual sounds near the pipelines. Reports say the Financial Crimes Investigator, ED, has named Congress Party leader Priyanka Gandhi in a charge sheet in connection with the purchase of land in Haryana state. The name of her husband, Robert Vadra, also figured in the charge sheet, but they were not listed as accused in the case. The Gandhis have not reacted so far, but the Congress Party indicated its leaders are being targeted in the run-up to the general election due early next year. It also said the government was not doing this for the first time and this was just the beginning. There's a strong feeling that the ED or Enforcement Directorate acts against rival politicians on instructions from the federal government, which controls the agency. A court in Qatar has dropped the death penalty awarded to 8 former Indian Navy personnel charged with spying. Official sources in India said they will be given jail terms instead, but did not release details. The court's ruling followed an appeal by the Indian government against the death sentences. Reports quoting the Indian government said terms of the reduced sentence were not yet available and that the government was in touch with the legal teams. Russian President Vladimir Putin has invited Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit his country to deepen ties between the two nations. At talks in Moscow with India's External Affairs Minister Shankar, Putin said there was a lot of work to be done. He also praised India's efforts to resolve the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Russia sees India as a friendly nation, which has resisted pressure to join the West. Despite global criticism, India continued to buy Russian oil after Western sanctions against Moscow for invading Ukraine. India argued that Europe followed energy policies favorable to it, but wanted New Delhi to act differently. India is also a traditional ally of Russia, but also maintains careful ties with the West. Police in Canada say they could arrest 2 suspects within weeks for their involvement in the killing of a Sikh separatist in June. Reports in a newspaper said they are under police surveillance in the country for their role in the gun attack on Hardeep Singh Nijjar in British Columbia. In September, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused India of involvement in the shooting, setting off a huge diplomatic row between the two nations. India has designated Nijjar as a terrorist, who back it calls for a separate state for India's Sikhs, known as Khalistan. Separately, an Indian national was charged in the US for plotting to kill another Sikh man, also said to be a backer of Khalistan. India has told Pakistan to hand over the main plotter of the Mumbai terror attacks in the year 2008, which left more than 160 people dead. Reports said Hafeez Saeed has been named in many cases in India, including funding of terror activities in Jammu and Kashmir. It also said Pakistan has so far not replied to the request. 10 gunmen stormed buildings in Mumbai, 9 of the attackers were killed by security forces, and 1 was captured and executed later. Hafeez Saeed heads a political group in Pakistan, which has nominated candidates in several constituencies in the country's general elections in February. According to reports, India has ruled out talks with Pakistan unless Saeed is extradited. Reports say passengers on board a plane that was detained in France may have plotted to enter the US or other countries illegally. Reports quoting intelligence sources said many Indians leave the country as tourists only to seek asylum elsewhere. Those on Legend Airlines, which was grounded in France, were on their way to Nicaragua with plans to sneak into the US. About 25 passengers were allowed to stay in France and seek asylum on various grounds. The airline has denied any wrongdoing and said many of the passengers had returned tickets and hotel reservations in Nicaragua. Reports also said Indian passport holders need visas to enter the Central American country. Media outlets published videos of the Indians trying to avoid news cameras after they were deported to Mumbai. One of India's most respected businessmen, Ratan Tata, turned 86 today. His contributions to the business community needs no introduction, and his philanthropic activities has been widely admired across India and beyond. Born in Mumbai in 1937, Ratan Tata started his career in 1961 by managing operations on the shop floor of Tata Steel. The experience was the foundation for his rise within the business group to his current position as chairman of Tata Sons. Ratan Tata is a bachelor, despite coming close to marriage at least 4 times. According to reports, he admitted falling in love while working in Los Angeles, but the girl's parents did not want her to move to India. A report has revealed that a software engineer suffered injuries after a malfunctioning robot attacked him at a Tesla car plant in the US. The robot, which was designed to move car parts, pinned the engineer and inflicted wounds on his back and arm by sinking its claw. While 2 robots were disabled for maintenance, a third was left active, leading to the attack 2 years ago. The report highlighted a culture of safety lapses at the facility. Current and former Tesla workers have alleged that the company often compromises on construction, maintenance, and operations, putting employees at risk. The report also revealed a high injury rate at the facility, with 1 in 21 workers affected last year. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.